So guys, the platforms are extremely heavy, so we use the engine hoist, and we wrapped some seat belt around it and we lifted it up. Alright guys, so you can see you got T-piece right there on the one of the platforms, and I have one the control box right there. So we're gonna put this one on the near side and then this one here on the off side. So you get these pipes. So for now what we're doing is keeping all the accessories separately.
Oil is dripping, huh?
So far so good. The quality as well of the welds so far look very good, very decent as well. Alright guys, first look of the lift. We've just repositioned this, the platforms. So this lift is the Helmsdale, just to remind you guys, from Strongman tools. We're yet to secure this, so we're gonna do the securing bit tomorrow and fit all the hydraulic lines together and test it out. And my first impression on the lift so far, I mean, it seems very well built compared to the previous lift I bought. You can see the previous lift which I bought was a quick lift which had a welding defect. You can see the video I posted online on my YouTube of that lift which I had to return. So I went with the Strongman tools this time. I'm very satisfied with how the welds look like. Very good. So still yet to inspect it completely properly, which we will do tomorrow. So if you ever buy one of these lifts from Strongman Tools, to let you know, the one with the T is the end which is closest to the control box that you, wherever you want a control box situated. So if you want a control box to be on the left side, on my left, then you'd have to have this one on the other side. So all in all, it looks good so far. And there's no damage to the packaging, no damage to anywhere on the lift from the transport. So everything good so far. Control box is right here. Looks very well built again. We got the reservoir there, the motor there, and the controls, MCB, transformers, right, all there. So all neatly done up. You got a key for this, and you got this isolator switch, up, down. So very nice. Stainless steel plate right there. So looking good so far. So stay tuned for the next update. Alright, so guys, just color match the hydraulic lines and you connect them together. Then you got this for the solenoid right there. That's the routing. I've not organized the wiring yet, so we're only gonna be doing a test first. So this one here, you see the clear pipe? So that's to do with the balancing out, leveling up of the ramps. So this clear pipe goes through there and then to the top on there, and the one for that side there, it goes to this side there on the left. I've now topped up the tank with 5 liters. I'm gonna add the other one as well, another 5 liters. I'm just gonna but I'm gonna add the other 5 liters as soon as I prime it slightly, because I want the I don't want it to overfill. I'm not sure how high it needs to go. Alright, so I'm leveling them out now using a laser level. So what I did was also made like a triangular piece of cardboard just to check. So I compare edge to edge on there, and I've marked it right there with a white marker, and I'm matching it up, matching where the laser sits at the same point. So it's lined up there, and now it's lined up here as well. So just need to check the other side, and then we're good to drill the holes. Alright guys, so what we used is a 16 mm drill bit. The length is approximately up there. This obviously is moved, so the depth that you want is normally this much. However, you need to take account that the dust is gonna use up space, so I went about that much. So we fitted one down there. I also noticed it creates a lot of dust. So what I've done now to finish off the rest of the holes is I've covered up all the areas which are covered up in grease, and also this area here on this side here. So just want to make sure there's no dust which contaminates the area there. And most importantly, I've covered up the hydraulic as well, so you make sure there's no dirt which gets in here. So once everything's done, all the holes are drilled up and all the expansion bolts are fitted, that's when I can take off everything and make sure there's no debris anywhere. So we're almost near completion. I'm gonna think what I need to do with this area here, if I need to fit anything around this area. So I might fit a spiral insulation around it just to give it an extra bit of protection. And well, yeah, let's see how it goes after that. The hole I've drilled, and the depth is about until here. So I made a slightly bit more space to take into consideration as you tap it down, the dust or the dirt from the circumference, it just compacts up at the end. Hence I've just added a bit more gap. So then you put it in there, and then you just tap it up until it goes all the way in. So what you see here now, that's not how it should be. So you need to tap it all the way in until this bit reaches the surface there. So let's keep tapping it until it reaches the end. As you can see, now I can hear the tone changes. So now we're happy with that. So I can just tighten it up. And I'm not going crazy tight until I find a resistance. I'm going to leave it there. That's it. This is where you hammer on top of. Hammer it up until the sleeve goes all the way down, and then you can start tightening it up. It is a 19mm socket. So the first time we operate it, we press this button here and the up button simultaneously at the same time all the way up. So it still needs a bit more bleeding, and hopefully that will level it out. Alright guys, so we are at the final stages of finishing off this lift. So as you can see, all the anchor bolts have been fitted, and now the only thing that's left to be done is to fit these extenders. These ones will go on there. They seem to be pretty straightforward. I got a surf clip on them, and these plates need to be fitted in line, and it goes all the way until the control box. So because the control box is sitting towards the left, in order for the plates to be sitting straight, I'll have to move the control box towards the right slightly, and that way it's going to be in line. So I was just trying to organize the hydraulic lines, making sure there's nothing rubbing that will create any friction in the future. So I'm not rushing this job. That's the reason this video is going to be posted out a bit longer than expected. So at this stage, once I bundle them up together, I'm still getting like resistance, so it's not sitting flush against the ground. So I've just had to reorganize the hydraulic lines such that it doesn't create any stress once I bolt it down. So I just have to see why it's not sitting flush. Alright guys, so I've drilled the holes, 6 mm drill bit, and I made a mistake where this pipe here was going underneath the hydraulic lines, so I had to disconnect it from the control unit, reroute it back again so that it's on the top here. That way the cover goes on top of it nicely. So just bear that in mind before you install it. Another thing to remember is I noticed when you're placing this cover, make sure it's not making contact with this extender plate. And that's the only problem I had, was it was making contact, so I just reroute it slightly so it clears it. Alright, so just make sure you put the lift all the way down with the extender plate down. Make sure nothing's catching, none of the hydraulic lines are touching, or none of the wires are touching. So keep that in mind.